Big news today, and I think the quote I saw, it said it's being called the most significant evolution for the Texans since the inception. What makes it the Toro District so transformational?
Well, the reason we're so excited about it, and transformational is such a good word to describe it, is it allows us to really focus in on the competitive advantage for the team. And it allows us to be engaged with the community in a deeper way than we have been. And it ultimately allows us to showcase this great city. And so when you think about having the opportunity to do all of that in one move and
Yeah.
ultimately make a commitment to where the organization is going to be for the long term, we're pretty excited. That's a pretty significant day.
So tell me about, you mentioned about it, the competitive edge, like from a football standpoint in operations. How does this 22-acre, I love the phrase, global headquarters, change the ability to compete or enhance the ability, if you will, to compete for championships?
Yeah, I think, as we look at this, it's really about finding the optimal situation for the team and the organization. And that really starts with being together. Can we put ourselves in a position where everyone is together, where you can take out the friction of the environment, the little impediments during the day that can distract you from your main goal? And we really feel that the way that this is set up with the headquarters and the field house together, it puts us in a position on the field where, again, the friction is taken out. They can focus in on moving through their day and staying focused on their goal. And off the field, our business, the same, can find the synergies of being together and can get to work.
So everything will, when this is finished, we'll move to these global headquarters, obviously, except for game day. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, that is fair. That's more than fair. That's exactly right. And so, the way that we think about it is NRG Stadium is our biggest stage, our biggest moment. Sunday, come be with us there. That being said, there's another 350 plus days a year where we live, work, and play. And we really view the Toro District as that destination, really a 365-day-a-year destination that people can come and be a part of what we're trying to do.
So I read the number $34 billion in projected impact, 17,000 jobs, right? What does that actually look like for, I guess, residents in Northwest Harris County and maybe all over?
Yeah, I mean, that was another thing that was really exciting to us. We had great vision from our ownership group through Cal and Hannah. It was really important that wherever we went, we were able to reinvest in the community. And staying in Harris County was really important to us. And so through a great partnership with Commissioner Briones and Commissioner Ramsey, we really put together a community benefits package, again, in partnership with our real estate developer, Howard Hughes, that drives these jobs. And Kim, I tell you, it's not even just the jobs that they're driving, it's the experience and the betterment overall, to be able to have additional resources for the overall county, to be able to come with some of the, some really unique programs, a first of its kind internship and apprenticeship program geared towards local high school students and local college grads that prepares them for the sports management approach to colleges and careers. It's really a first of its kind. And so I think as we look at those types of programs, those were the things that really got us excited, that it's not just about the headline numbers. Those are real numbers and those are big and impactful, but it's really about the drill down and how unique it is.
How do you, I know this is a private public partnership. Can you explain to the audience what that means? Because people are like, well, are we paying for this? How does this work? How is it financed?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. And I think it really represents the power of a public-private partnership where you have three main partners coming together to accomplish something that singularly none of us could accomplish. Right. But together, the Texans, the county, and Howard Hughes from the private sector being able to come together to create an 83-acre district that has those benefits that I mentioned, that acts as a true destination and allows us to focus in on the football task together. That's what, I mean, to me, that is what the definition of a public-private partnership is. Everybody brings their resources and expertise to this one place to create something unique.
So why was now the right time? And when do you start building? When is it finished? When do I have to start driving to Cyprus?
Yeah. Well, I like to say it's the perfect amount of time because it's coming. We're aiming at 2029. We're going to start pushing dirt as soon as we can. We think it's about 2.5 to 3 year construction build to opening to get there. So it's upon us, but we have time to be thoughtful with some of the details as we get there.
What's the main thing you want people to know about this? I mean, it's a little ways off, but what should people be thinking about? Or if people will say, I want to be a part of this somehow, what should they know and do? And, give them some insight.
Yeah, no, I think one of the many great things about this is this was with the community at mind. And this was another way that we were thinking, how do we get closer to the fan base? When you look at Houston, when you look at Harris County, how it's growing, when we look at where our fans are kind of located geographically all around, it's pretty evenly spread. And so to be in a spot where we're just having another meaningful touch point where people can come and visit, and we can all be together at a different part in the county that happens to be the fastest growing portion of the county. That's what's exciting to us. And so what can they look forward to? You can look forward to world-class events coming there. We've built that to be situated to host big time events. And I think you can look forward to unique ways to engage with the team. You can look forward to more shade when you come to training. And you can look forward to, as I've said before, just a real 365-day-a-year destination where you can live, work, and play and dwell.
And before I let you go, I want to ask you, were there other areas considered? What made you guys ultimately decide on Cyprus as the place to build this?
Yeah, no, we feel really fortunate with the support from the county and surrounding counties, to be frank. We had a lot of good dialogue on different opportunities that were out there. We wanted to really be thoughtful on where we ultimately landed with this, because there were some really great options. I think it's a great statement on Greater Houston. There's just so much development. There's so much creativity. There's a lot moving in the right direction. And so we had a lot of good dialogue, but at the end of the day, focused on getting our competitive advantage, focused on a place where we could really engage with the community and make football and sports accessible. That all just came together in Bridgeland. And so that's why we made the move there.
Okay, so this really is the last question. Are there places around, Mike, when you guys were putting your creative caps on, that you said, hey, we kind of envisioned pieces of these things that exist? Or you just kind of said, and of course the Texans will build their own, headquarters in Toro District, but are there places that you looked to and said, we like these sorts of things that happen in these places?
Yeah, absolutely. We spent a lot of time understanding approaches, and we think we benefit from that. I think we benefit from learning from a number of different teams in mixed use developments. We really like what San Antonio has done with the Spurs and their Human Performance Institute, and as they looked at a mixed use. We really like what the Atlanta Braves have done at the Battery. We like what the Cowboys have done at the Star. We like what Real Madrid has done in Madrid. There are components to all those places that certainly we wanted to make sure we understood. But I think you hit the real punchline at the end. Is the most important thing to us was being authentically the Houston Texans and representing Houston in an authentic way. And we had some great sessions with Cal and Hannah. And what I could tell you is you come out of there and we know who we are. We know who we are. We know what we want to accomplish. And we really feel that this will embody that.
Awesome. Mike Tomon, I appreciate it. It's a busy day. It's a big day, but congratulations. And I can't wait to see that media shuttle you guys are putting together.
Watch this space.
I know, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Let me end it.